Psychoanalysis has started effectively with Sigmund Freud. He is one of the most significant and effective persons in the area of psychology. He claimed a great variety of different theory, which consist id, ego, superego, or psychosexual stages like oral, anal, phallic, genital. Except for this, he also studied on consciousness and subconsciousness. Nevertheless, we will focus on the psychosexual stages of him and its effect on cinema. These stages are transferred to cinema with the name of impulses. But what does impulse mean? We can say that impulse means a sudden, strong, and unreflective urge or desire to act. To give a more brief explanation, impulse is a physical representative of an alert or react which happens after a source connected to organs. We were born with those impulses, and to survive, we need them till the end of our lives. Oral impulse is only one of the examples of all. It can be investigated under two main titles, constructive and deconstructive. If feeding this impulse makes the person happy, satiated, or peaceful, it can be written under the constructive oral impulse title. Otherwise, what makes the individual unhappy, greedy, anxious are exactly the examples of deconstructive oral impulses. La Grande Bouffe by Marco Ferreri. This movie is shaped around eating perpetually. At the end of the movie, these people die because of eating that much. Except for focusing on eating with the aim of oral impulse, we can also see that this action is gathered with the action of sex. Actors and actresses in the movie are eating more and more, but also making love while eating. So we can see a different perspective of the impulses, which is about changeability. Genital impulse can turn into the oral one. We can see this truth clearly in this movie, a short film about love by Krzysztof Kieślowski. The man who is spying on the woman is constantly eating. Also in the movie 9.5 Weeks, there is a significant scene that the actress acts in front of the fridge by eating different tastes and touching herself sexually with some food. Even if the director of the movie didn't have an aim to give oral impulse effect in this scene, Haley, the actress, shows a great example of that. The satisfaction is so intense that it evokes genital impulse and sexuality. Additionally, there is a man who feeds her with his hands, and this increases the degree of sexuality here as well. The audience could see that two different impulses are giving together and historically. There is also an important example of oral impulse in the context of surrealism in cinema. That is Food by John Schwanmeyer. There are three sections in these movies as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In general, we can assess these movies as disturbing and confusing ones. We witness the deconstructive way of oral impulse, which represents the death of a human being. In other words, the surrealist movie series serves to constructivism as it includes black humor in deep meaning. Following movie can be Sweet Movie by Makaveyev. This movie is a great example of oral impulse with absurd and excessive eating scenes. Except for eating scenes, the effect of oral impulse can also be observed with cigarettes. Especially in the French movies, the key function of serving most of the feelings like anxiety, depression, uneasiness are shown by cigarette scenes. With the information that French cinema represents the period of oral impulse, it is not surprising we witness a lot of scenes with people smoking. When we talk about cigarette and characters in the movies, it would be a shame not to talk about femme fatale women. This womankind is dedicated, determined, strong, feminine, sexy, smart, but not merciful, honest, compassionate, or etc. These women are seen in some of the movies with lonely lifestyle and reach what they desire. To create more suspicious and mysterious environment, cigarette is their first number weapon and the way of expressing themselves. However, unlike the all-known theories, Zizek claims that these women are alone inside, depressive, and in need of help from someone whom they want to be with. And so cigarette is a cover for their weakness. After all these movies, it can be said that oral impulse is transferred from Freud's psychosexual oral stage theory to cinema in the world and still used in every movie more or less.